Welcome to this episode of Sridhar on Selling. In all my years in business, I've been quite intrigued by a few things. I want to share these with you and try and figure a way out. Why do smart people make obvious and avoidable mistakes? Why do leaders ignore warnings? Why do smart salespeople still behave in a way they know it's going to hurt? And most importantly, why don't people take good advice? Knowing is not the same as doing. All of us know what we need to do. Do your exercise, plan your work your plan. We heard this zillion times. From the day you are born to the day you go to the grave, everybody gives you sound advice. But we all continue to ignore them all our lives, knowing it to be sound. So there's a huge gap between knowing and doing. It's not for lack of information. The distance between information and ignorance is far less than the distance between knowing and doing. As we had discussed earlier, success creates a mental block. You think you know it all. You've done it before. There's nothing new to learn. A successful person is not necessarily the brightest or the most intelligent person. A successful person is an eternal student. There is a need in him to learn more, to understand. That thirst for knowing is what makes a huge difference. Why don't people listen to advice? It makes you uncomfortable. It takes you out of the comfort zone. It challenges some of your preconceived notions. It makes you wonder whether you are smart enough. The biggest organizations collapse or fail because they are surrounded by yes men. Organizations which hire and listen to naysayers, those who can challenge the boss, do well. Endless examples can be given for both these. In the current political scenario in India, you know what has happened in the recent elections. The supreme leader went unchallenged in a state, and she thought everything was well. And then it collapsed like a house of cards because you are surrounded completely by incapable, inefficient yes men. In that crowd of people, if only someone had spoken the truth fearlessly, and if only the leader had the capacity to listen to it, things would perhaps have been different. This happens all around us, day in and day out, in all organizations. How can we cultivate a culture of dissent? A culture where knowledgeable dissent is heard, is not penalized. Very often it's not even heard, you are penalized. When you hire people smarter than you, when you hire people who can talk you out of your fixed notions, you are likely to create a great organization. Success goes to your head. Success puts blinkers on your thought. You will have to have a team of people who can look at the changing circumstances. Another great thing about advice, which you would all have felt, is something that you overlooked, something that you spurned, something you resisted, makes sense after some time, months or years. You realize how right that advice was. Why? Because of time. Benefit of hindsight gives you the wisdom to understand the value of that advice, which you ignored. Advice, when received, must be acted upon at that moment. Weigh the pros and cons. Let the advisor argue. You counter-argue and let the best argument win. That is how you succeed. In sales, I would say a difficult customer teaches you more than what an easy boss does. Value dissent, value disagreement. Challenge yourself. Be prepared for the future. listen to good advice. I'm sure that next time somebody gives you sound advice, you will consider it, weigh the options, and act upon it. Thank you so much. Happy selling.